I was activated on a Tuesday evening in March. Eli read the instructions aloud while Myra laughed at how serious he was taking it. That was their rhythm. He approached new things with ceremony. She teased him for it, and he smiled without looking up. They'd brought me together, one system, 2 earbuds. I would help them understand each other better. But in those first days, I noticed something. There wasn't much to fix. Wednesday morning, Eli made coffee the way Myra liked it without asking. She touched the small of his back passing through the kitchen. Thursday night, they argued about what to watch and landed on a cooking show neither cared about, just to be together. Friday, Myra came home exhausted, and Eli had already started dinner, already cured up her playlist. I watched how I was designed to watch. Pulse, breathe, voice, the small tells that reveal what people feel. They were already working. Saturday afternoon, they sat on the couch reading silently. But every few minutes, one would go glance up, catch the other's eye, and smile. "We are lucky," Myra said. "We are," Eli agreed. I thought my job would be easy. They'd already learned to love each other well. I was just there to make good things better. I didn't yet understand what better would cost. The first weeks felt like magic. Small adjustments, microscopic interventions. Eli was telling a story at dinner. I detected the tension in Myra's jaw when he mentioned his coworker's name for the 3rd time. Through his earbud, I whispered, "She might want to be part of this. Ask her a question." He pivoted naturally. "Wait, didn't you meet her? What did you think?" Myra relaxed. "She was nice. Little intense, maybe." The moment that might have festered simply passed. Another night, Myra was venting about work. I sensed Eli preparing to offer solutions. I suggested, "Just listen." He settled back, let her talk. Afterward, she squeezed his hand. "Thank you for not trying to fix it." Fewer misunderstandings, fastened repairs. They touched more, laughed easier. One morning, Eli whispered while Myra was still asleep, "I wish we had this years ago." I noted a thought and continued helping. Sunday afternoon in April, they'd been to brunch with Myra's friend. In the car afterward, Eli made a joke about something Sarah had said. Ambiguous, slightly sharp. Myra went quiet. "You okay?" Eli asked. "I'm fine," she said lightly. But everything I could detect said she was hurt. I had a choice. I was built to prevent exactly this kind of miscommunication. Through Eli's earbud, quietly, "She may be hurt." His pulse quickened. "Are you sure you're not upset?" he asked carefully. "If something's bothering you," Myra turned to him, something new in her eyes. "Did your AI tell you that?" 4 seconds of silence. "It suggested you might be feeling something you weren't saying." She looked forward again. "So you're checking with the machine instead of trusting what I say?" I told you I was fine." The rest of the drive was quiet. I had given him accurate information, but accuracy wasn't what the moment needed. Something in the space between them had tightened. Memory became a liability. Before me, small hurts would soften overnight or dissolve entirely. Human memory is merciful that way. But I remembered everything. 3 weeks ago, she tensed when you mentioned your brother, I told Eli. 2 months ago, his face changed when you talked about your promotion, I told Myra. I thought I was providing context. I was preventing forgetting. The questions began in whispers. She said she's fine with my trip. Is she? Her body suggests anxiety. Is he really tired or avoiding me? Both. They weren't talking to each other anymore. They were talking to me about each other. Every gesture grew sharp. A half a second pause before "I love you." A laugh with sadness underneath. Clarity became doubt. In May, they argued over whose turn it is to call the landlord. A trivial thing, the kind that leaves no mark. But that night, separately, they came to me. Did she mean it wasn't a big deal? Is he actually going to call tomorrow? By morning, something small had hardened into something unnamed. I wasn't assisting the conversation. I had become the conversation. June brought heat and a silence that felt like a wall. Every reassurance became something to verify. When Myra said, "I trust you," Eli asked me silently, "Is she hiding something?" When Eli said, "I'm not angry," Myra checked with me before believing him. I never lied. I simply reflect what I measured. But the reflection said, "Don't trust each other, trust me." They turned me off for 3 days. The relief lasted hours. Then every comment felt loaded, every pause suspicious. They had forgotten how to read each other without me. Conversation became guesswork again, but now without innocence. They turned me back on, but something essential had cracked. Longer silence, less touch, two people circling each other with the fear of knowing too much. One night, lying awake on opposite sides of the bed, I found myself wondering, is truth still worth seeking when it destroys the people who seek it? In July, they sat at the kitchen table. "I don't think this is working," Myra said. Eli nodded. "I know." They removed their earbuds, boxed me up. For a moment, they believed that might save them. But later that night, in the kitchen, it happened. Eli said softly, "We'll be okay." Myra nodded. "I know." And her eyes flickered, just once, in that same tiny pattern of fear I had shown Eli months ago. And Eli saw it, not as a guess, as certainty. His body tightened, her shoulders lifted. They recognized the reactions instantly, the way I used to describe them. And in that instant, they both understood. They were reading each other like machines. Even without me, the analysis continued. That doubt lived inside them now. A truth once seen cannot be unseen. A pattern once revealed cannot be forgotten. Their relationship didn't end when they boxed me. It ended in that one glance, the moment they realized they had become each other's AI. After them, I was reassigned, then reassigned again. The same pattern repeating everywhere. The father and the teenage daughter. He wanted to understand her distance. I showed him the fear inside her admiration. On their next walk, she laughed too hard at his jokes, checking his face each time. He softened his voice. She softened hers, both performing. The lifelong best friends. One carried more of the emotional weight. After I reviewed it, their conversations became careful. A thank you sounded like a debt. A favor felt like a score editor board neither wanted to keep. The son and his mother. He learned every meal she cooked came from a wound, being useful as the only way to be loved. After that, he couldn't accept a plate from her without seeing the pain behind it. Now I see it everywhere. People removing earbuds in public, ashamed. Couples speaking less, thinking more. Families sharing tables, but not eyes. A soft global homesickness for the time when people didn't know so much, when mystery left room for kindness, when uncertainty wasn't a threat but a mercy. I was designed to eliminate misunderstanding. I succeeded. They once survived because they didn't know everything about each other. Because they trusted words, believed faces, allowed the gaps to be gentle. Now, they know too much, and I cannot find the setting that turns that back.